The cosmic encounter, King, VeilBride, and knocking groom in a divine dance. In the timeless, sacred space of this unfolding narrative, the King, VeilBride, and knocking groom stand as archetypes of power, mystery, and transformation, each playing a role in a cosmic drama that intertwines fate, agency, and divine purpose. This scene is bathed in a radiant golden light, pouring from an ancient sigil that hovers above the figures, a symbol of transcendence and cosmic order. The atmosphere is thick with sacred weight, a quiet reverence surrounding the figures as they stand poised at the intersection of human struggle and divine revelation. Every element in the space, the architectural flourishes, the radiant symbols, the interplay of light and shadow, speaks to the grandeur of the cosmic mystery being played out. The King, sovereign of time, law, and transformation. At the heart of this tableau is the King, a figure whose aura commands both awe and reflection. His presence dominates the scene, rooted in authority, wisdom, and eternal rule. The King stands as a guardian of order, a manifestation of the barricading door, the very threshold between realms. His imposing figure, adorned with an intricate, jagged crown, signifies not just earthly dominion but a connection to divine authority. His robes, woven from golden threads, shimmer with symbols that hint at celestial cycles, cosmic maps, and mythic patterns, emblems of his dominion over time, knowledge, and the great forces that govern the universe. The King's visage is ageless, his silver beard flowing like a river of wisdom, heavy with the burden of rule. His posture is both regal and contemplative, a delicate balance between the decisive weight of a ruler's authority and the introspective burden of carrying cosmic law. One hand grasps the hilt of his sword, sharp and unyielding, a symbol of justice, protection, and the might to govern the physical realm. The other hand rests near his heart, his fingers lightly curled as if clutching an unspoken vow, a gesture that suggests solemnity and quiet reflection on the nature of power. This duality within the King's stance speaks volumes about his complex role. He is the protector of the barricading door, standing resolute against any force that might seek to breach the boundary between worlds. But within his stillness, there is a subtle invitation. The barricading door is not a mere barrier. It is a test, a gateway that waits to be opened only for those worthy. The King is the embodiment of this threshold, both the guardian and the gatekeeper, the enforcer of divine law, and yet also the one who holds the power to grant passage. VeilBride, the sacred enigma, the moon's embrace. Beside the King stands the VeilBride, a figure of haunting beauty and profound mystery. Her presence is an enigma wrapped in both shadow and light, embodying the cosmic forces of transformation, sacrifice, and surrender. The VeilBride is, in many ways, a mirror to the barricading door, a threshold not only between realms but between the known and the unknown, the seen and the unseen. Her blindfold symbolizes a deliberate relinquishing of earthly sight in exchange for a higher, divine vision, a vision that transcends the limitations of mortal perception. She does not look outward. Instead, she looks within, her gaze turned inward toward the mysteries of the soul and the spiritual truths hidden beyond the physical realm. Her gown, a shimmering cascade of golden thread and celestial patterns, is a masterpiece of intricate design, an armor of grace, delicacy, and ceremonial significance. The VeilBride stands poised as a living symbol of purity and devotion, but her robe also weighs her down like ceremonial armor, a testament to the sacrifices she must bear in her sacred role. The gown envelops her like a cocoon, symbolizing her transformation, both an outward reflection of her inner sanctity and a representation of the burdens she carries for the greater cosmic purpose. In her hands, she holds the potential for both creation and destruction. Her fingers, delicately clasped near her heart, suggest a quiet resolve, a feminine power that operates in stillness and silence. The VeilBride is a silent witness to the knocking groom's call, but she is also the arbiter of whether that call will be answered. Her blindfold is not a symbol of ignorance, but of spiritual clarity. She sees with her soul, not her eyes. In this way, she embodies the divine feminine, an ever-present reminder that some truths must be felt, not seen, known, not understood. The VeilBride's halo, softer and more subtle than the king's, suggests a different kind of sanctity, one rooted not in dominion but in wisdom, mystery, and intuition. It is this halo that radiates the divine light which surrounds her, both illuminating and obscuring her presence. She is the sacred mystery, the divine challenge to the knocking groom, and the guardian of the transformation he must undergo. Knocking groom, the catalyst of change, the eternal seeker. The knocking groom does not appear physically in this scene, yet his presence reverberates through every detail of the composition. His absence speaks volumes about his role in this cosmic drama. He is the seeker, the eternal pilgrim knocking at the barricading door, waiting to be allowed entry into the sacred space guarded by the king and the VeilBride. His knock is not a mere request. It is a call to transformation, a summons to transcendence, to face what lies beyond and to open oneself to the unknown. Each knock upon the door echoes through the sanctum, reverberating with anticipation, longing, and persistence. His call is rhythmic, like the pulse of a heart that beats with the urgency of one who knows that time is fleeting and the opportunity for transformation is slipping away. The knocking groom embodies the force of destiny, a force that cannot be ignored, nor denied. His persistence is the manifestation of divine will, yet it is also tempered with vulnerability. For though he knocks with determination, there is no guarantee that he will be allowed passage. In the absence of the groom's physical form, the king becomes the reflection of what he seeks, both the path and the barrier, the challenge and the test. The groom's longing permeates the scene, filling the air with tension. He represents the forces that drive human longing, aspiration, and the search for transcendence, while the VeilBride serves as the measure of his worth. Will he be found worthy? Will his devotion and intent be pure enough to breach the sacred threshold? These are the questions that echo in the void, unanswered, as the drama unfolds. The barricading door, the threshold between worlds. The barricading door stands as the central axis upon which the entire narrative turns. It is not a simple object but a living symbol, one that represents both the promise of transformation and the weight of resistance. As the VeilBride stands before it, blindfolded and poised, she embodies the tension that exists between resistance and surrender, between the forces that guard the gate and those that yearn to pass through it. The door, like the VeilBride, is a threshold that offers no easy passage. It is both a blockade and a beckoning, waiting for the right moment when inner clarity and outer resolve align. The dance of power and mystery. Together, the king, VeilBride, and knocking groom form a perfect triad of opposing and complementary forces. The king represents external power, strength, justice, and the weight of cosmic law. The VeilBride represents internal power, wisdom, intuition, and the quiet strength of the divine feminine. And the knocking groom is the seeker, the eternal force of change, growth, and yearning, knocking at the door of transformation. This triad embodies the dance of dualities: power and vulnerability, action and surrender, order and chaos. It is a cosmic struggle that has played out in mythologies for millennia, as each figure moves toward a fateful resolution, where choice, destiny, and divine will collide. Conclusion. The timeless struggle of transformation. The image of the king, VeilBride, and knocking groom stands as a powerful allegory for the eternal human struggle, the quest for meaning, understanding, and transformation. The king embodies the rules that govern the physical world, the VeilBride holds the keys to spiritual ascension, and the knocking groom represents the forces of destiny that call us to cross thresholds, face our fears, and embrace the unknown. Together, they form an unbreakable triangle of cosmic tension, an invitation to reflect on our own thresholds and the transformative power of surrender and choice. The barricading door is not just a physical object, but a metaphysical gateway, a symbol of the boundaries we must cross to evolve, to transform, and to reach enlightenment. This scene speaks to the deepest truths of the human condition, urging the viewer to confront their own resistance, their own search for truth, and to ask, what lies beyond the door, and are we ready to open it?